or side with the lights or heavies in the amphitheater, to tolerate pain and feel few needs, to work with my own hands and mind my own business, to be deaf to malicious gossip. From Diognetus, I'm sorry, I'm gonna mispronounce things. Diognetus, I don't know. To avoid empty enthusiasms, to disbelieve all that is talked about by miracle mongers and quacks about incantations, exorcism of demons. I like that, to avoid empty enthusiasms. Interesting. And to not to hold quill. Sorry, I already broke my promise. I said I didn't want to go to the bath. I don't have to cut the video, but I had to be. The video cut all on its own because my storage ran out. So, sorry. But now, maybe I can read for a little longer. If this video ends abruptly, just know it's because of my storage, and I'm sorry. But let's continue. And quail fights, or to be excited by such sports, to tolerate plain speaking, to have an affinity for philosophy, and to attend the lectures first of Bacchus, then of Dandaeus and Marcanius, to write essays from a young age, to love the camp bed, the hide blanket, and all else involved in the Greek training. From Rusticus, to grasp the idea of wanting correction and treatment for my character, not to be diverted into a taste for rhetoric, so not writing up my own speculations, delivering my own little moral sermons, or presenting a glorified picture of the ascetic, or the philanthropist, to keep clear of speechifying, versifying, and pretentious language, not to walk around at home in ceremonial dress, or do anything else like that, to write letters in an unaffected style, to like his own letter written to my mother from Sinuessa, to be readily recalled to conciliation with those who have taken or given offense, just as soon as they themselves are willing to turn back, to read carefully, not satisfied with my own superficial thoughts, or quick to accept the facile views of others, to have encountered the discourses of Epictetus. I feel like this was a bad book for me to choose to read because I just can't pronounce majority of what's in here. I'm so sorry. It's the names. The names are the big issue. To have encountered, to which he introduced me with his own copy. From Apollonius, moral freedom, the certainty to ignore the dice of fortune, and have no other perspective, the certainty to ignore the dice of fortune. Interesting. And have no other perspective, even for a moment, than that of reason alone, to always be the same man, unchanged in sudden pain, in the loss of a child, in lingering sickness, to see clearly in his living example that a man can combine intensity and relaxation, not to be impatient in explanation, the observance of a man clearly regarded as the least of his gifts is experience and skill in communicating his philosophical insights, and the lesson of how to take apparent favors from one's friends, neither compromised by them, not insensitive in their rejection. The lesson of how to take apparent favors from one's friends, neither compromised by them, nor insensitive in their rejection. Noted. From Sextus, a kindly disposition, and the pattern of a household governed by the pater familias. The concept of life lived according to nature, an unaffected dignity, intuitive concern for his friends, tolerance both of ordinary people and of the emptily opinionated, an agreeable manner with all, so that the pleasure of his conversation was greater than any flattery, and his very presence brought him the highest respect from pressure of circumstances, in constant avoidance of the properties inherent in our relations to our fellow and contemporaries. From Catullus, not to spurn a friend's criticism, even if it may be an unreasonable complaint, but to try to restore his usual feelings, to speak of one's teachers with wholehearted gratitude, as is recorded of Demetrius and Arthenodotus, and a genuine love for children. From Severus, love of family, love of truth, love of justice, to have come by his help to understand Theresa Helvius Gadodiobrus, to have conceived the idea of a balanced constitution, a commonwealth based on equality and freedom of speech, and of a monarchy which values above all the liberty of the subject. From him, too, a constant and vigorous respect for philosophy, beneficence, and unstinting generosity, optimism, his confidence in the affection of his friends, his frankness with those who met with censure, and open likes and dislikes, to that his friends did not need to guess at his wishes. From Maximus, self-mastery, immune to any passing whim, good cheer in all circumstances, including illness, a nice balance of character, both gentle and dignified, and uncomplaining. An uncomplaining energy for what needs to be done, the trust he inspired in everyone, that he meant what he said and was well-intentioned in all that he did, proof against surprise or panic, and nothing either hurried or hesitant, never short of resource, never downcast or cringing, or on the other hand angry or suspicious, generosity in good works, and a forgiving and truthful nature, the impression he gave of undeviating rectitude as a path chosen rather than enforced, the fact that no one would have thought himself belittled by him, or presumed to consider him self-superior to him, and a pleasant humor. From my adoptive father, gentleness and an immovable adherence to decisions made after full consideration, no vain taste for so-called honors, stamina and perseverance, a ready ear for anyone with any proposal for the common good, to reward impartiality, giving everyone their due, experience where to tighten, where to relax, putting a stop to homosexual love of young men. Not so much anymore. A common courtesy, excusing his court from constant attendance at dinner with him, and the obligation to accompany him out of town, and those kept away by some other commitment, always found him no different towards them, focused and persistent in deliberation and counsel, never satisfied with first impressions, and leaving a question prematurely, the concern to keep his friends with no extremes of suffrage or favoritism, his own master in all things, and serene with it. Foresight for the longer issues and unfussy control of the least detail, the check he put in his reign on acclamations and all forms of flattery, his constant watch on the needs of the empire, his stewardship of its resources, and his tolerance of some people's criticism in this area, no superstitious fear of the gods, nor with men any populism or obsequious courting of the mob, but a sober steadfastness in all things, and nowhere any vulgar or newfangled taste, in those things which conduce to the comfort of life, and here fortune gave him plenty to enjoy them without pride or apology either, so no routine acceptance of their presence or regret in their absence. The fact that no one would ever describe him as a fraud or an impostor or a pedant, rather as a man of mellow wisdom and mature experience beyond flattery, able to take charge of his own and others' affairs. For evasion of tradition and overheard aim, further not liking for change and chance, but a settled habit in the same places and the same practices, to resume instantly after attacks of migraine, fresh again and vigorous for his usual work, not to keep many matters secret to himself, only a few very exceptional cases, and those solely of state concern, sense and moderation in such things as the provision of shows, contracting of public works, doses and distributions, the acts of a man with an eye for precisely what needs to be done, not the glory of its doing. He was not one to bathe at all honors. He had no urge to build houses. He was not particular about food, the material and color of his clothes, or youthful beauty in his slaves. The fact that his dress came from Lorium, sent up from his country house there, the many details of his way of life at Lanovium. Now he handled the apologetic customs officer in Tusculum, and all such modes of behavior. Nothing about him was harsh, relentless, or impetuous, and you would never say of him that he broke out a sweat, but everything was allotted in its own time, and thought, as by a man of leisure. His way was unhurried, organized, vigorous, and consistent in all. What is recorded of Socrates would apply to him too, that he could regulate abstinence and enjoyment where many people are too weak-willed to abstain or enjoy too indulgently. Strength of character and endurance or sobriety, as the case may be, signifies the man of full and indomitable spirit, as was shown by Maximus in his illness. From the gods, to have good grandparents, good parents, a good sister, good teachers, good family, relatives, and friends, almost everything, that I did not blunder into offending any of them, and even though I had the sort of disposition which might indeed have resulted in some such offense, given the occasion, it was the grace of the gods that no set of circumstances likely to show me up ever arose. That I was not brought up any longer than I was with my grandfather's mistress, and that I kept my innocence, leaving sexual experience to the proper time, and indeed somewhat beyond it. That I came under a ruler and a father who was to strip me of all conceit and bring me to realize that it is possible to live in a palace without feeling the need for bodyguards or fancy uniforms, candelabra, statues, or any other trappings of such like pomp, but that one can reduce oneself very close to the station of a private citizen, and not thereby lose any dignity or vigor in the conduct of a ruler's responsibility for the common good. That I was blessed with a brother whose character could spur me to care for myself, and whose respect and affection were likewise a source of joy to me. That my children were not born short of intelligence or physically deformed. That I did not make further progress in rhetoric, poetry, and the other pursuits in which I could well have been absorbed, if I had felt this is my right path. That I was quick to raise my tutors to the public of office, which I thought they desired, and did not put them off, in view of their youth, with promises for the future. That I came to know Apollonius Rusticus Maximus. That I acquired a clear and constant picture of what is meant by the life according to nature, so that with regard to the gods, their communication from that world, their help, their inspiration, nothing now prevents me from living the life of nature. My falling somewhat short still is due to my own fault and my failure to observe the promptings, not to say the instructors of the gods. Last page. That my body has held out so far in a life such as mine, that I never touched Benedicta, or Theodotus, and that later experience of sexual passion left me cured. That, though I was often angry with Rusticus, my behavior never went to the point of regret. That my mother fated to loss of